Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. A
nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do it.
Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Young. Green's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Young. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Titans are going to win the football game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM work. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on first down and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window. Everything is flipped in the other direction.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros. All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Lamar Miller with time running out. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. One last shot now for Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Basics.
And now the offense will look to convert on 3rd down. Third down, Young from the gun. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, I don't know how memorable that play will be as this game rolls along, but it's almost like what my coach used to call setting the pads play. Everybody just kind of getting readjusted to playing after the halftime break.
Eluding. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Steve Young taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. Flacco here on second down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 53 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll run with Miller. And now running right through it. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Miller. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
And that's one of those who like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And Eifert has it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's Steve Young. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. From the gun, Steve Young able to power through. Flushed out right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. He's back to throw, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd and short. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Flacco. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This a long one from 54. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. Packers offense here, ready to go on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second guy come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Down to about the 22 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to him up the middle. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, And that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you had.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Well, partner...
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Quick move by Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A gap?
Leopard! Leopard!
Now it's Miller. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Lamar Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Leopard! Leopard!
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight.
The Titans offense set to go on 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
1st and 10, Young. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And, man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very...
It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Dances by him, and now running right through it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. We can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's Young on first down, going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 41 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bears on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And it's taken in at the 9. All with the juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, They know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3, of course. And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Fielded about a yard deep. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got you.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter coming into
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas, massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you... And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Cousins now from the 50. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 19 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Oh, this is blocked.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. This is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now Young. Flush to his right. And some room to run now. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
This is caught. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Well, partners, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on first down and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Cousins to throw. throw here's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And oh, it's blocked. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that when they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead. They get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
And that's the only way it would have been more ideal is if you put it in the end zone with 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Being chased out left. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Young. A dump down to McKinnon. He's to the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Stacy Coley on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is
Cook strip, the ball's out. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for 1 final heave to the end zone. 1 last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And now the Ravens set to go on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. Can anyone get it?
What a move. Lamar Miller past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And an alley to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go. 3 and 10.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
15 yards through the air and a first down. And Young's going to throw it here. Hurts, and this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan.
And here are the Lions now as they get set on 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go back to Riddick. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out about to be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 46 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach
because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. It's Miller. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old...
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team.
And now the offense getting ready on second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Big spot. Andy Dalton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kyle Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert in the final minute. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Young to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Young on first down. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here's Steve Young. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shift their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal.
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And it'll be Dalton again. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now a first down throw for Young. Cooks flashing the footwork. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So that one will be accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minutes. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Throwing, Young, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in...
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A solid pass breakup that time by Joe Hayden.
Good to see him out there on the field, moving around, playing well. Joe Hayden, if you talk to the NFL guys, when you list the best corners in the game, Joe Hayden's name always comes up for reasons we just saw, just like that.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. It's Young on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. Great. It's caught at the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. Again, it's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll throw again. Young. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Steve Young, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
The line was bound, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, You got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It'll be Young again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DJ Moore, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now Bell, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And James has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Now a first down carry by Bell. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Jack 16.
They'll go again with Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that. Time for the Titans. 48 yards. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Green, and his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win, as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Young. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that
All